There's always been this trend on social media with a lot of influencers trying to push this idea that the 9 to 5 is a total scam. You're not really free if you're working a 9 to 5 job, and you could be doing so many other things instead of your 9 to 5 that are better value for your money, are going to make you happier, and are going to give you a better life experience. What is the truth though? Let's analyze this and try to figure out if the 9 to 5 actually is a scam, or if these influencers and these personalities pitching this idea of freedom quote unquote have other intentions and are simply using you as a product. The first thing they proclaim is that the 9 to 5 doesn't pay enough and you're getting ripped off if you invest your time in a 9 to 5 since you could be doing something else and earning even more money. Let's analyze that. One thing that you can't ignore about a 9 to 5, and something that these creators also acknowledge, is the predictability of the income. If you get a consistent paycheck, you can allow yourself to financially plan better because knowing exactly how much you're going to get paid helps you better budget for monthly expenses and also save towards a goal. There's also security with a 9 to 5, with most 9 to 5s giving you bi-weekly or monthly paychecks, allowing you to save for a home or retirement or just blow it all, whatever your goals are. Let's contrast that with a business. According to research, 45% of new businesses are going to fail within the first 5 years. 45% of jobs, or 45% of 9 to 5s, are not going to stop paying you money after 5 years if you choose to stick with them, and the variability of income is also not going to be there. In fact, 38% of businesses fail because they run out of cash. So you're not making money, you're actually burning all of your money just to make sure that this business gets off of the ground. Compared to a 9 to 5 where you have somewhat of a secure income that you can plan around. Proponents of the theory that the 9 to 5 is a ripoff and a scam and we should all be entrepreneurs then say that, well, when you have a business, you can work for yourself, you can work however much you want, you can set your own hours, you can be your own boss. How true is that though? With a 9 to 5, with most 9 to 5s, you have a set schedule that provides a clear boundary between work and your personal life. Maybe you'll work a couple extra hours here and there, but if you have a non-toxic job, you are not going to be forced to work overtime. But if you do have a non-toxic job, this boundary is going to be there to a large degree. Compare this to having your own business, where according to research, 1/3 or 33% of small business owners work more than 50 hours a week, where according to research, the average small business owner works 54 hours a week. And if you're not good at math like myself, that is nearly 7 days a week. So this image of sipping pina coladas, sitting on a beach, or being in Thailand partying with your friends while you're earning millions of dollars is only propagated by influencers to sell you a course or a product that is going to make them a millionaire, that is going to make them a successful entrepreneur, and is not a real reflection of what an average entrepreneur's life is like. Another completely ignored aspect of the 9 to 5 is the benefits and perks that come with it. The biggest one being health insurance. In America, employer-provided health insurance often includes medical, dental, and vision coverage, reducing the financial burden on the employees since the firm pays a part or the entirety of the benefit. There's also retirement plans at a lot of companies where employers contribute to your 401k or pensions, with some also offering matching programs, helping you save for retirement and also helping you invest way down the line. We've talked about how much you work in a 9 to 5 compared to an average entrepreneur, but what about the time off? In many states in America, Canada, and other developed countries, there's a mandatory minimum time off requirement that you have to adhere to. Especially in today's ultra-competitive environment where anybody can set up a business online, research has found that 43% of small business owners are taking less vacation time than 5 years ago, and this trend is not going to go away anytime soon with the ease of business increasing in many countries, which also means increased competition. And if you think about from an anecdotal perspective, when you're an employee at the business, you are not that concerned about the overall profitability because you're going to get paid a salary, and that's going to be that. As an entrepreneur or a small business owner, even a freelancer or remote gig worker, your earnings are directly correlated to the amount of time you put into the business, your gig work, or your freelancing. This just leads to gig workers, entrepreneurs, and full-time employees taking less days off than a 9 to 5 employee. A lot of people online trying to sell you courses and secret guides and hacks, flexing their Lamborghinis and all the cash that make. People online selling you courses and secret guides to a business or being a successful online entrepreneur conveniently leave out the fact, might argue that, well, the earning potential for entrepreneurship is much higher. They always quote individuals like maybe Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or other successful rich entrepreneurs that have made it extremely big and say you can also be like them. Well, you might, but let's look at the probabilities here. Small businesses with no employees on average have an annual revenue of $46,978. This is revenue, not profit, not take-home cash, the pure revenue of your business. The average small business owner, so this is small business owners included, the average small business owner with an employee makes around $71,800 a year. 86.3% of small business owners make less than $100,000 a year in income. Business owners who are self-employed by their own incorporated businesses made a median income of $50,347. So statistically, let's contrast this with the real median household income in 2022, which came out to $74,580. So in fact, if you're an entrepreneur or you're not, you're pretty much making the same money on average. You're basically making the same money at the median. But I really want you to focus on this one statistic. 86.3% of business owners make less than $100,000 a year in income. If you contrast this with the fact that over 1/3 of American families earned $100,000 or more, that is 37.1%, it signals that a large majority of these high income earners are not in fact entrepreneurs or freelancers or people who have their own businesses, but regular wage 9-to-5 employees. Of course, there are 9-to-5s that pay you really badly, but the point to note here is that if you do quit your 9-to-5, it's not like you'll be that much better off, and statistically, given the probabilities of success that we've talked about and the median earnings of entrepreneurs, you might actually be worse off if you leave your 9-to-5. And perhaps the biggest ignored factor when it comes to 9-to-5 versus being an entrepreneur or freelancer is that your wages are subject to growth as a 9-to-5 employee. According to research, wages grow on average 2% with every additional year of experience that you gain, but the correlation is not seen when it comes to entrepreneurship. There's no such guarantee for an entrepreneur. Just because you've been in operation for 4 years or 5 years does not mean that your business is going to start earning money. In fact, probabilistically, it's going to earn no money for the entire duration that you're an entrepreneur. With a lot of research saying that the factors that lead to success are in fact your access to human capital, the people that you know, public policy, or how good the environment around you is to entrepreneurs in setting up businesses, and your ability to tolerate failure. How many times can you fail and get up as an entrepreneur? This is very easy. Failing and getting up is very easy if you have an unlimited bankroll, but for most people like me who have only a finite amount of resources, even one failure when it comes to monetary setbacks can be a hard situation to recover from. Compare this with a standard 2% raise in your income on average every year without switching, and this is just for getting the experience in your job, not even switching your job or gaining any skill, just for increasing your years of experience is a much safer deal. Pay that with the fact that a lot of jobs also pay for training programs and certificate programs that help you gain more experience and knowledge in your particular field, further enhancing your income as well. Now these people selling you courses and books on how to quit your job and become really successful and retire in Bali would come and say that at least when you're an entrepreneur, you can control your own time. You can make your day the way you want to. Well, what do you think the people who actually have successful businesses are doing? You can be sipping on a pina colada, you can be working out at the gym, you can be doing anything that you want. You can control your time, and that is something a 9-to-5 cannot give you. But what do you think the people who actually have successful businesses are doing throughout the day? A recent study found that business owners average about 3 hours a day for discretionary time during workdays for activities like exercise, eating, running errands, spending time with their family, watching a TV show that they like, or sipping that pina colada on Bali, or just doing nothing at all. 3 hours a day. The average successful business owner, according to Harvard Business Review, is not living the lifestyle that is being pushed online. They are in fact working more and have less discretionary time and less time freedom than someone working a 9-to-5 on average. And the funniest part is that these people want you to quit your job and do something else that you have no passion for. So in fact, you are replacing your 9-to-5 with something like dropshipping or freelancing, a skill that you have no passion for. So you're working longer hours, getting paid less frequently or not at all in fact, have less discretionary time to do the things that you like, all for chasing a dream that maybe you didn't even know you had. Yes, entrepreneurship or freelancing or any other activity can lead to great rewards, but it's important that you realize the purpose of jumping into these endeavors. Dropshipping or joining an MLM or another business, Amazon FBA, or whatever it might be that these people are pitching is most likely not going to lead to any freedom, any earnings or a better standard of living for yourself. However, if you do have something that you're passionate about and want to start a business, and you know the risk for starting a business, why not focus on that? Knowing that you're going to have to work longer, knowing that you're probably not going to make enough money, but there is an off chance that whatever you like and whatever you enjoy can end up paying bills for you one day. It's not this rosy picture that has been pitched to you, rather it is the opposite. It's going to be tiring, it's going to be a lot of tears most likely, and a lot of self-doubt. But this journey is not for everybody, and that is okay. That is the point of a 9 to 5, and why 99% of people choose to stick with a 9 to 5 for many of the reasons that we've detailed. If you do want to be a part of this 1%, just make sure you're getting in it for the right reasons and can tolerate the financial risk and uncertainty that comes with it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. And before we dive deeper, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, the like button, and the comment button, and anything in your vicinity if you're interested in about finance, money, how to better save it, invest it, or just have a better understanding of it.